A very good morning, dear class 7, and welcome in our social science class. Today we are going to learn about Muhammad of Ghor. It is in block 4, the Arab and Turkish invasions. So let's start with our revision. This is a picture of Muhammad of Ghor. So first we will quickly revise our previous section as we have learned about the advent of Islam and regions occupied by Muhammad bin Qasim as he captured the regions of Sindh, Raur, Uch, Daibal and Multan. We have learnt about his rule as he could be referred as a man ahead of his time. Then we have learnt about Mahmud of Ghazni and his invasions who raided mostly rich regions and temple towns. Now children, I have one question. This is the general question you can ask from your parents or from your partner. When we find a road blocked to a certain route, what do we do? Ask your partner or ask your parents what they did when the road was blocked. Whenever there is a road block, we often take a different route to reach our destination. Similarly, if we face some obstacle to our goals, we may be forced to take a different route to achieve them. So, children, our aim of today's learning is to be able to explain why Muhammad of Ghor invaded the Indian subcontinent. So, resources need for today's learning are workbook, notebook, content book, and stationery. Keywords of today's section are first word is principality, a state ruled by a prince. Here, the meaning of principality is the territory or jurisdiction of a prince. Then, the next word is intermingling, it means exchange, to become mixed or mingled together. So today we will learn about the invasions of Muhammad of Ghor. Now children, I have one question. Draw the cause and effect graphic organizer in the notebook as shown. It is there. You copy the cause and effect chart from the slide into your notebook. First, you read passages 1 and 2 from the section Muhammad of Ghor of block 4. Then come back. You have to fill in the graphic organizer. Are you ready for this? The causes of first battle and second battle of terrain and effects of that battles. As Prithviraj Chauhan, the ruler of Delhi and Ajmer regions, challenged Muhammad of Ghor in the first battle of war. And what was the effect? In the first battle of terrain, Prithviraj Chauhan defeated Muhammad of Ghor with the help of other Rajput rulers. And in the second battle of terrain, Muhammad returned better prepared in the following year of 1192 AD. Prithviraj Chauhan was captured and killed in the second battle of terrain. Got the answer? Now children, who was Muhammad? If you have read the section, you know this answer. Muhammad was the ruler of a small principality called Ghor in Afghanistan. And the next question from this section is, which region did he capture in Afghanistan and in the Indian subcontinent? He captured Ghazni in Afghanistan and Punjab and Multan regions in the Indian subcontinent. Then, who challenged his advances? We discussed about this already. In the graphic chart. So who challenged his advances? Prithviraj Chauhan. The ruler of Delhi and Ajmer regions challenged Muhammad of Ghor. This is the picture of first battle of Tarain. And what were the results of the first battle of Tarain and the second battle of Tarain? In the first battle of Tarain, Prithviraj Chauhan defeated Muhammad of Ghor with the help of other Rajput rulers. However, Muhammad returned better prepared in the following year of 1192 AD. Prithviraj Chauhan was captured and killed in the second battle of Tarain. Bonus question of today, and this answer you know, children. Whom did the Muhammad of Ghor defeated in the second battle of Tarain? Is it? You know the answer now? Now, children, give me answer of my question. Why was Muhammad of Ghor unable to expand his empire in Central Asia? If you have read the section, you know the answer. Muhammad of Ghor dreamed of creating a large empire in Central Asia. However, he proved to be too weak to establish control over this entire region. Why did he invade the Indian subcontinent? As he proved to be too weak to establish control over the Central Asia region, he decided to expand towards the east, namely the Indian subcontinent. Then, what was the effect of his invasions? After facing defeat in the first battle of Tarain, he came back and defeated Prithviraj Chauhan in 1192 AD and subsequently Jayachand Rathore, the ruler of Kannauj, in 1194 AD to establish Muslim rule in India. He later defeated the rulers of Bengal and Bihar as well to establish his control in northern India in 1206 AD. So children, look at this. What is 1191 AD, the first battle of Tarain held, and 1192 AD, second battle of Tarain. Then 1194, battle of Chandor, and 1206, annexation of Bengal and Bihar. So you can copy this chart, then you will be easily learn the years and wars. Now children, how was the invasions of Muhammad of Ghor different from that of Mahmud of Ghazni? For this you have to, you have to read these two sections again. Mahmud of Ghazni and about Muhammad of Ghor. Then you will get the answer and you can easily differentiate between Muhammad of Ghor and Mahmud of Ghazni's invasions. Mahmud of Ghor invaded the regions in India to establish his control, whereas he was unsuccessful in expanding his control in Central Asia. Whereas Mahmud of Ghazni was interested in acquiring wealth of Indian temples and palaces to expand his empire in Central Asia. Now, I hope the section is clear. Now, children, what you have to do today? Finish S3 in the workbook and answer practice questions 7, 8 and 9 in the notebook. Again, I am reminding you, write answers in neat and clean handwriting with proper question number and with topic's name at the topic. Okay, this is a page of workbook S3, and in the first you have to identify and shade the cities occupied by Muhammad of Ghor. Then next two questions you have to write answers. Stay home, stay safe children. Home is the better place. Have a nice day. Bye bye and thank you children.